I'm glad it's back up. Okay, so like I was saying when I was talking to myself, was a lot of people ask me how I get the lights on in the aircraft in infinite flight. And so like I was saying, is a trick question. So all these cockpit lights look really cool. You know, a lot of people say it looks really pretty realistic and stuff because of the lights being on. Well, it's a trick question. So you can't actually click around here and press any of these buttons. Like I can't, there's no option to turn these lights on and off. These lights will automatically turn on if you're flying in the nighttime setting, the sunset setting, or the sunrise setting. And it only works for certain aircraft. So right now we're in the Airbus A321. It works for the Airbus A321. It does not work for the 737-700, but it does also work for the Boeing 787-900. I can't say for all the other aircraft. I just know for sure. I just know for sure that it works for the Airbus A321 and the Boeing 787 because those are two aircraft that I fly. Yes, sir. Brad, I definitely agree with you. We should have more aircraft. Now, the good thing about that though is we've made a lot of money, and so I'm gonna be talking to you guys really soon about buying a new aircraft, and I'm trying to decide which aircraft I want to buy. The thing is, if we buy a new one, I mean, it'll basically just be for you guys to fly because I don't own really that many other aircraft that I would like to have, like the 777 and stuff like that. So anyways, let's get started and we can talk about all that stuff in the air. All right, we're in Mexico today. Actually, we're in Tijuana, Mexico. Mike, Tango, Juliet, MMTJ. Down in the south, we're south of San Diego, which is where is San Diego? That's right here. We're on the Trainingl Server 1. We do not have any ATC with us right now. That's okay. The plan is to fly from here to Ontario, California. So let's go ahead and set that up for our flight plan. And weather in Mexico says that there's none. Says that there is no weather. 00 few. Okay, so we'll just take off at runway 27. That just makes sense to me. And what we'll do is we'll take off. We'll take off and we'll fly north through the Pogi VOR, and then we'll keep heading north. Let's see. Yeah, we'll stay on this airway right here, which I don't know what the name of the airway is, but we'll fly that airway all the way up to Tanner, and then we'll make a left turn to this VOR right here, the Paradise VOR, which will help us set up for our landing in Ontario. 0. Okay, so I don't know. I think sometimes it seems like the weather in the morning is just like non-existent. So like for example, right now, as I'm recording this in California, it is 6 a.m. And maybe the METARs have not updated yet. Because right now it says, I don't know what time Zulu it is right now. I think it's like 12. But yeah, so we're just going to land. I really don't know. So we'll see. Maybe maybe it'll update when we get closer. So I'm just gonna put direct straight to Ontario. And when we get close, we'll check on the weather again, and then we'll decide where we're gonna land at. I know how to read the METAR. I just honestly was too lazy to like put the thought in to try to figure out what it meant. Alright, so let's get started. If you guys could please confirm that we are still live, because for some reason my internet says otherwise right now. It's not working. So if you could just real quick confirm that the stream is still working. And while we wait for that, we'll go ahead and start pushing back, and we won't waste any time.
Flight attendant farm doors for departure.
Dopeness. Flight has been started.
Thank you.
And here comes the safety video.
It's time to get you ready for takeoff. We know you have lots of choices, so thanks.
I'm just gonna wait till the video's over because I don't like talking over it.
Now, if you'll just follow along with me, we'll be on our way. Welcome aboard. Before we depart, there are some important safety instructions. First things first, let's buckle those belts. Insert the metal end into the buckle and pull the strap to tighten. To open, simply lift on the top of the buckle. And remember, seatbelts should be fastened whenever you're seated, just in case of unexpected turbulence. To get us on our way, make sure your seat is up, all electronic devices are put away, and your tray table is stowed. If you have a carry-on, push it all the way under the seat in front of you. If it won't fit, place it in the overhead bin. If you have a handheld device, please switch it to airplane mode now. You'll find our full electronic device policy in the back of your American Way. U.S. law prohibits smoking, including electronic cigarettes, at any time. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying smoke detectors in the lavatories may result in a fine. U.S. law requires all to comply with lighting posted signs and crew member instructions. Now let's review the safety card. Please pay close attention, and before you know it, we'll be off.
All right.
All exits on this airplane are clearly marked. Take a moment to locate the nearest one. Keep in mind, it may be behind you. All exits have evacuation slides to use in an emergency. When directed to exit, jump onto the slide and move away from the airplane.
Tijuana Unicum, November 354 Delta Tango, taxiing to runway 27.
Some slides may also be used as a raft, except those over the wings. You'll find the exact location on your safety card. This aircraft is designed with escape lighting on or near the floor. A sign will indicate you have reached your exit. In the event of an evacuation, escape path lighting will appear. Follow the lights until you've reached your exit. Leave all carry-ons behind. Just head quickly and safely to the nearest exit, and don't forget, it may be behind you. Now, if the airplane loses pressure, oxygen masks will drop automatically. While remaining seated with your seatbelt fastened, hold down on the mask to extend the tubing. The yellow cup goes over your nose and mouth like so, then slip the band over your head to secure the mask to your face. The band adjusts automatically. Normal breathing will start the flow of oxygen. And remember to always put your own mask on first before helping others. Life vests are located either under or next to your seat. To remove the vest, pull the tab or compartment handle to break the seal. For help locating them, see your safety card. Remove the vest from the package like this. Put the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach the buckle, and pull tight. Once outside, pull the tab to inflate your vest or blow into the red tube on the side. In the water, a light on your vest will illuminate. And please, only inflate your vest outside the airplane. Now, your seat cushion may be used as a flotation device. Just remove the lower cushion and put your arms through the straps found on the opposite side. The crew will now be coming around to do a final cabin check. After takeoff, we'll be back with more information. And if you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. As always, we're here to make your flight great. Because great is what we're going for.
What's going on, Infinite Flight Streams? Thank you for stopping by, man. Just taxiing to the runway right now. I swear this Airbus A321 looks so weird without the winglets on the wings. It looks so weird. Thanks, man. Good luck on your interview you were talking about earlier. Appreciate you stopping by. See you next time. But yeah, this Airbus A321 looks so weird with the little, like, without the big winglets on it. I'm so used to seeing that for the Airbus, for the American Airlines livery that they have on here, and also for the Thomas Cook that has the big winglets on it. I know that when you fly on a lot of Airbuses, at least when I do, I usually see it kind of like this without the winglets. Alright, so we're holding short runway, what is this, 27. We'll wait for Marcos, whoever that is, right there to take off, and then we'll make our departure. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Today I really did not feel like getting up. I did not feel like getting out of bed this morning. All right, we're gonna go ahead and line up and wait. We'll announce that we're taking off runway 27, departing to the north.
Tijuana Unicum, Blue 116 is
We'll
taking
turn the lights
off
on,
runway
landing lights,
27,
strobe lights,
departing north.
because we're going to be entering the runway. Make sure that's centered. There we go. Here we go. We got runway 27 lined up. And we'll go ahead and give it some power.
Tijuana Unicum.
What do you mean, Brett? LeBret.
Taxiing to runway
Had a hard.
09.
What do you mean he had a hard time
V1,
yesterday?
rotate.
There we go. We're up. And we'll hit the heading mode. And we'll hit speed and we'll hit altitude. It'll lock us at about almost 6,000 feet per minute. I'll go ahead and put it up there about 6,000 feet per minute. We'll make a right turn towards our first heading, our first waypoint, which is a PGY, Papa Golf Yankee. Our heading to that waypoint is going to be 02. It might change because we're so far out. We're not using any charts this morning. Gear up. Almost forgot about the gear. Not using any charts this morning. We're not flying with real ATC today, so we're kind of going to be kind of chill. Don't want to use too much brain power. Yeah, I haven't watched the news yet. I wonder how the people up in Florida doing. Has that hurricane hit yet? I know I work with some people up in Atlanta and Georgia, and they're closed. That's not Florida, but they're closed because of the weather. So I mean, if they're closing things down in Georgia because of the weather, I know Florida must have had a pretty hard hit. Alright, we're going to go up to 12,000 feet. Don't need the flaps anymore. Coming above 10,000 now. We'll turn the lane lights off. Make our left turn to the next waypoint at 338. I haven't flown the Airbus in a while. I've been flying the 787 a lot. So I kind of want to change it up today. What is going on? Why are you dipping like that? Chill out. Unrestricted climb. What do you mean by... Oh, because I was climbing like extremely fast. I read 12,000 now. Alright, turn this thing back over. We went past where we want to be. We'll probably stay at 12,000 and I'll speed up. We're only going 196 knots. We'll go to, I don't know, 300 works for me. 320, whatever. We'll do 310. 315, whatever. That's good, that works. That works for me. I like to have it right on the line if possible. So I'm gonna, our heading to get to the waypoint at 336, but I'm gonna turn a little bit to the left to intercept the radio again, so we can get right on that airway. Yo, LeBret's Files, didn't I see you doing ATC somewhere, like on the expert server last week? Thought I did. And for the rest of you guys who are joining us, if you haven't already, you are welcome to join the Discord server that I created. I have the link in the description if you want to get in there. I also communicate with you guys through there, and I post all the screenshots from these streams and all my adventures also on Discord. And also as well, I post them on Instagram, but I don't post as many of them on Instagram because I don't want to just blow up my Instagram with a bunch of like just random photos. For me, Instagram is like quality over quantity, but on Discord I kind of just post everything, even if it's not a great photo. Oh, your decks. I always get it mixed up because I know some people fly with different names than they have on YouTube. So, cool. I did see you. Dopeness. Alright, so let's I think we turned the lights off. Let me make sure. Let me make sure we turn the lights off. Yep, landing lights are off. Flying over Southern California right now. See, where are we at? Yeah, now we're in California. We left out of, actually Tijuana is right on the border. So as soon as we took off, we were out of Mexico. This is an international flight, so you will need your passports when we get back on the ground in Ontario. You have to go through customs. But yeah, so you brought up earlier that I need to get some more aircraft in my airlines, because right now all we have is the Airbus A321 to fly, and we have the Boeing 787-900, and we've made a good amount of money. We'll check once this flight is over. We'll see the stats and everything for the airline. I'll let you guys see that, how much money we've made. But I want to say thank you, big thank you for everybody who has joined the airline, and everybody who's flown with the airline also. Because you've helped a whole lot. Like, we've made a lot of money this week. This just in the last 7 days, we've made a lot of money with the airline, and I think it is definitely time for us to buy a new aircraft. I'm thinking either a 777 or maybe a 747. But we'll see what I want to get some input from everybody who's actually flying with the airline, because I created the airline, yes, but you guys are also flying with it too. So I want to know, what aircraft do you want to see? What aircraft do you want to fly? What aircraft do you have? Because I don't want anybody having to buy anything. To be honest with you, whatever we get, I probably will have to buy it. And if I don't buy it, I just won't fly it. Y'all can fly it, and I just won't fly it until later on, because I just don't want to spend too much money within infinite flight until Global comes out. You feel me? Before Global comes out, what is my favorite region? My favorite region is, that's a good question. That's a great question. Let's see. Well, I probably fly the most in SoCal. From all the regions that I own, I don't have many of the paid ones. Like, I don't have Hawaii, I don't have Florida, I don't have New York. I know that, like, in X-Plane, one of my favorite regions to fly in is usually Florida, because I love the scenery around Florida and around the Bahamas. I love flying through SoCal because I love flying through all of California because of the mountains. It's so diverse. Like, there's beautiful mountains, and you have beaches, and you have rivers, and you have all kind of stuff. And so, and I know that doesn't really count for infinite flight because you can't see all that stuff. But I'm kind of referring to, like flying with ortho scenery in X-Plane, because I've flown so much in SoCal in X-Plane because I love how the scenery looks, especially around like Palm Springs area. The mountain looks amazing. San Diego, that area looks amazing. San Francisco area looks great. I mean, on here it doesn't look great. On Infinite Flight, it definitely does not look great, but I know it will. And so I'm pretty sure that these regions will still have a lot of traffic once Global comes out, because of the beautiful scenery out here. But I guess to really answer your question, I guess my favorite is SoCal. One, because it's always ATC, and I like flying with ATC. That's one of the main reasons that I got this game, was to fly with ATC, and so that's why I fly out here. Probably the airports that I fly at the most are Palm Springs and San Diego. I don't fly all that much at LAX, not on Training Server because it's a freaking mess. People don't know what the heck they're doing. They just do whatever. They just fly around. So I'd like to do expert server. Today we're on training server, but I like to do expert server because people are more civilized and like, you know, they actually don't drive, you know, fly through you. They don't like taxi through you and skip you in line, like all that annoying stuff. So we'll probably make our descent here at Tanner. What's going on, Daniel Cross? Let's take a look at Ontario one more time to see if the weather updated. Still no updated weather. I mean, I could technically go and look on Discord and see if I can get the weather for Ontario. It might be the same. Alright, let's see. It says the exact same thing. Alright, well, we'll just land at runway 08 left. I'll land the 08 left. That's gonna be our plan. And then we'll just make a right downwind turn once we get to Paradise VOR. So let's get ready to descend. We're gonna slow our speed down. Actually, we're gonna turn first to 313. There it is. And slow our speed down to 230 knots on the descent, just because I don't want to speed under 10K. Alright, looks good. Oh, no, it doesn't. Now it looks good. Okay. And we'll hit the spoilers so we can get it slowed down. We are 5 minutes away from the Paradise VOR, so we have 5 minutes to descend down to, I probably want to go down to 5,000 should work. Yeah, we'll do 5,000. Shouldn't have too much to worry about as far as airport elevation in Ontario, but I will check that real quick just to make sure. It looks pretty low. It's in the green. Airport elevation is, oh, actually it's 944 feet. So we got to watch that. It's almost 1,000 feet elevation for Ontario, so we got to make sure that we pay attention to that as we descend and that we don't go, you know, too low, stuff like that. So 5,000 would technically be about 4,000 feet above the ground. Just keep that in mind. Let's make sure we're heading. All right, so we're flying direct to the Paradise VOR. We are below now, 250 knots. We're about 238, what I set it to, and we'll go ahead and add some more vertical speed to that. We'll go down about 1,600. Now, if you look on the bottom right side of the screen, you see that going all the way down to 2,300. For vertical speed. So that's why you got to be careful when you fly with infinite passengers and you're flying for the airline, because if you go beyond 2,500, 2,600 vertical speed descending, you'll get a descending too fast warning or descending too fast penalty. So what I always do is I always set my vertical speed down to about 1,600, 1,800, you know, because I know that is gonna overcorrect for that. So then once it gets like right how it is now, how it's, you know, it's situated, it's calm, I can go ahead and go down to 2,000 because it's not trying to point the nose down as much. Now it's still gonna overshoot it just a little bit. As you see, it went down about 200 feet more than it should have, but it did not go all the way to like 2,500. So a little tip for you guys, if you fly an infinite passenger, that's what I do to keep me to kind of, because you know the autopilot is not perfect on infinite flight. Yes, sir. LAX 25 right is freaking messy. Like on training server, and it's the same for San Diego. It's a mess, man. Like on training server, you would think that you were in the casual server the way people act on there. If there's no ATC, and sometimes even when there is ATC, people are still acting a fool in there. So I choose not to fly to LAX mostly. There's sometimes I will fly to LAX on training server, but I never land. I can't say never, but I usually don't land at 25 right or 25 left. I usually land like a 24 left, 24 right, because for some reason people don't land on that side that much, or take off. So it's the slower side of the airport, the north side. So that's where I'll land at. And it's just, it gets too busy. The same with San Clementine out down here. Sorry, my nose is tripping again. Like, look at this, man. Like, I mean, it looks pretty good right now, but you got this one guy. Yeah, he's on the taxiway, just like skipping literally everybody. He's probably gonna take off. Yeah, he just took off on the taxiway. And then you got people here who have like no separation. So, you know, it's just a mess sometimes. So you want to fly on expert server. You want to do your best to rank up to expert server so you can get to the expert server and fly there with people who actually know what they're doing, or who are people who are trying to know what they're doing. Look at this person on runway 27. Oh, actually, what does the wind say? Wind says at 180. So I guess that's right. I was going to say he's taxiing the wrong way. So San Diego, which is weird, is actually landing runway 09 today. So since San Diego has weather, do we have weather yet? Nope, still no weather. Alright, oh well. Gonna go as planned. So now, since we're descending down to 5,000 feet at the Paradise VOR, I'll go ahead and amend our flight plan. Oh crap, I did not mean to do that. I activate that one. I'll delete Ontario. And then we're gonna kind of create ourselves like a base. Not a base, I mean we're gonna create ourselves a downwind path. We'll go out here to Tebby, make a right turn. Did we say, I said 28. Okay, 8 right into 8 left. Make a right turn here or something, and then like that. We'll do something like that. That should work. And then connect ourselves in here. But we'll see how the weather looks when we get there. I probably could check it. What is that? Not the right word. That's not the right word. That is not the right waypoint. Go here. There we go. Nope, didn't click it. The other day I did a flight plan and literally had to make it 5 times. It was terrible because I kept hitting the wrong button. I kept deleting the whole flight plan. Alright, we are less than 2 minutes away from Paradise, and we're at, oh well, we're already at 5,000 feet. Pretty good. We can get rid of those spoilers now. Yeah, I won't forget the flaps this time. We'll speed her up 245, 248-ish. That's the thing again. When on infinite flight, when you make a change on autopilot, like if you change from 200 knots to 250 knots and you set it to 250 knots, your plane is going to go like 260 knots initially, and then it's going to slow down 250 knots. If you change from you know, no vertical speed to 2,000 vertical speed, you're going to go probably 3,000 vertical speed. If you're going down, you're going to go like 3,000 vertical speed, because it's just how it is right now. And so you kind of have to just take into account for that and know that's going to happen, expect it to happen, and you have to make your changes accordingly. So looking good, looking good. I actually saw one of these Island Upon Airways flights for the first time fly over my house, because where I live right under the glide slope. Well, I think I live right at the beginning of the glide slope for runway 08 left and 08 right for oh crap, I need to turn. There we go. Yeah, I think I live right at the beginning of the glide slope for the beginning of 08 left, 08 right at Houston's airport. So I get to see a lot of planes fly over. They don't fly all that low. They're at about like 3,000 feet, 4,000 feet maybe. I'm not sure. Like I'd have to look at the chart and find out exactly how high it is above my place. But I do get to see them close enough to be able to know what airline it is. And so I saw it on upon flight for the first time. I actually had never seen one in real life. It was a Boeing. I think it was a 777 or something. I don't remember. Alright, so let's go ahead and set up our radios. For Ontario, we're going to be landing at 08 left. And right now we're below the glide slope, obviously, because we're way over here. Basically, the airport is right off of our right wing. See if we can see it. That's not it right there. It's out in the distance. That's a different airport. I don't know what airport that is. Too much, too much. Yeah, so tomorrow, like I said, this may, I mean, I do one stream a day. That's my plan, is to do one stream a day during the week. Oops, wrong button. So this will probably be my only stream for today. But sometimes I do like little random streams where I'm just like, hey, I'm playing, I might as well stream it, you know. So there's times when I do like little random streams, like a second one, you know, maybe sometime in the afternoon or on my lunch break or after work or whatever, whenever I get time. So I try to do one in the morning before work, but I may do another one, so definitely stay tuned. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe so you can know when I do stream and when I don't. And definitely join the Discord channel too, because I also try to keep everybody updated there with when the next stream is, and also with all the screenshots and all that kind of stuff, you know, all the information. Also, if you ever want to kick it with me and talk and chill, whatever, I'm always on the Discord channel. So definitely slide by there and check us out. So, but the point is, I don't know if I'll be streaming Infinite Flight tomorrow. Now that's the thing. I know that most of you guys are interested in Infinite Flight, but Infinite Flight is not the only game I play. I play a lot of games. I play a lot of flight simulators, and I play a lot of racing games, and just different stuff like that. And so tomorrow, a game that I've been looking forward to is coming out. That game. Ooh, T-Power. I remember you. What's going on, man? And that game is NASCAR Heat 2. Now, you're probably not a fan of NASCAR Heat, especially if you're not from America. So I know that NASCAR is only really big here, but I've been a huge fan for NASCAR for a long time, since I was like real little. So I have the first NASCAR Heat, and the new one comes out tomorrow. So believe me, I will be playing it, whether I'm streaming it or not. I will be playing that game. So I may not be streaming Infinite Flight because I'm busy playing that game. So and it's brand new. I actually just got another new game, F1 2017, and I haven't really had that much time to even play it, sadly. I'm only like on the third race in career, which is, I've had it for like a week. So I probably won't be streaming Infinite Flight. I don't know, we'll see. I may still do like the once a day stream, and then I'll just be playing that also on my other time, but I haven't really decided. So I'm trying to see how I'm going to schedule that, and I also may stream me playing it. And I mean, you guys may or may not be interested in it, but hey, it's my channel and I do what I want. Magic Zolts. Okay, dope. You're in F-16, so you must be T-Pilot back there. Where'd you go? 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 I don't see you. F-16, not an F-16, not an F-16, not an F-16, not an F-16. I don't see him anymore. Alright, let me focus on landing real quick. I'll need to make another turn. 5, 50, approximately 50 when we get there. Like that. Oh no! Freezy, I think I may do one more short flight after this. One more short. We'll stay in the SoCal region, and we'll just fly from Ontario to somewhere else, maybe Palm Springs or something. Do another short flight. I'm not gonna keep it too long today. Pretty chill stream today. Pretty chill. Yeah, we need to activate that next leg so we can find out what the heading of that is. That's Jallet. Crap. Pressing wrong buttons will get you killed. Alright, landing lights are on. Heading needs to be 60. We'll go down about 4,000, 3,500. Spoiler sets the arm. We'll go down to 200 knots. Actually, we'll go with flight spoilers. Okay, I see the F-16 behind us now on the map. There we go. 6-1. All right. Let's take a look behind us. We're in an active airspace. I didn't even know the tower was on.
Please contact Ontario Tower on 120.
Call inbound landing on runway 08 left.
Ontario Tower, Blue 116 is 13
Where is
nautical
he?
miles to the west at
I still don't see you. I know you're right
4,600
behind me.
feet. Inbound for landing. Requesting runway
Maybe he
08
passed me.
left.
He's there. I just can't see him. Oh, he's up like 29,000 feet. He's 2,000 feet above us, I think. He's high. Let's
Echo
see.
Romeo 32
There you
Quebec
go.
Whiskey 1. Go around.
I
Make
see
left
ya.
traffic runway 08 left.
Got to escort today.
Blue
Got very
116,
important cargo, so we need to
number
export. Alright, we're clear to land.
runway
Runway 08 left.
Clear
Ontario.
to land. Number
Make our
1,
final turn.
Clear to land. Runway 08
77
left. Blue
degrees.
116.
Maintain best forward
Blue
speed.
116.
We're already going
Maintain
200
best forward
knots.
speed.
That's already too
Ontario
fast.
Tower. Tango Papa India
So I'm
Lima
gonna slow her
Oscar Tango
down
Super is 11
to
nautical
180.
miles
So our
to
best
the
forward
west
speed
of
right now. We'll go
5,600
put
feet.
two
Inbound
sets,
for landing.
two
Ontario
flaps
Tower.
in.
Echo Romeo 32 Quebec Whiskey 1.
Gonna calibrate
Inbound on
because
the
today we're gonna
ILS.
actually land it
Runway
by hand.
26 right. Maintain best forward speed.
Just gonna, I want to do this one by hand to kind of get some good
Tango Papa
practice.
India Lima Oscar Tango Super. Number
And we don't
2.
need spoilers.
Runway
Set the spoilers
08
to
left.
arm.
Clear to land. Number 2.
Everything
Clear
looks
to land.
pretty
Runway
good.
08 left.
We'll
Tango
slow her down to
Papa India Lima Oscar Tango
160.
Super. Tango Papa India Lima Oscar Tango Super. Number 1. Runway 08 right.
Except
Clear
our heading,
to land.
actually. We need to be
Number 1. Clear to land. Runway 08 right.
we need to be better
Tango
aligned.
Papa
So I'm
India
gonna
Lima
calibrate
Oscar
so that we
Tango
can
Super. Echo Romeo 32 Quebec Whiskey
change
1.
altitude.
Go around.
Please don't drop,
Make
don't
left
drop. Okay,
traffic
there we go.
runway
Alright, put the
08
nose down a little bit.
Echo Romeo 32 Quebec Whiskey
And we need to
1.
come back
Please
down to
follow
meet
instructions.
the
Number 1. Clear to
localizer
land.
without going
Runway
down too
08
fast.
right. Tango Papa India Lima Oscar Tango
We can slow her
Super.
down
Going
150.
around. Tango Papa India Lima Oscar Tango Super.
And we'll turn heading off.
Ontario Tower.
One more set of
Papa
flaps.
India Lima Oscar
Start
Tango
lining this
Super
up.
is 6
Flight
nautical
attendants,
miles to
please
the west of
prepare for landing.
1,600 feet. Inbound for landing.
There we go.
Tango Papa India Lima Oscar Tango Super. Number 1. Runway 08 right. Clear to land. Number 1. Clear to land. Runway 08 right. Tango Papa India Lima Oscar Tango Super.
Alright,
Ontario
no,
Tower.
there is an
Virgin
ILS on here, but we're not using it this
1803
time.
is 13 nautical miles to the west of
It's
5,000
pretty
feet.
clear. Alright, gear
Inbound for
down.
landing.
Flaps full.
Requesting runway 08 left. Virgin 1803. Number 2. Runway 08 left. Clear to land. Virgin 1803. Maintain
Visual of the
slowest
runway.
practical speed. Maintain slowest practical speed.
We gotta keep
Virgin
it straight.
1803.
We have a 1 knot
Ontario
crosswind.
Tower.
That's not
November 721
basically
Charlie
nothing.
Yankee. Ready for takeoff at runway 08
And the wind is
left.
actually behind
Remaining in
us.
the pattern.
Okay,
Echo
now there's no
Romeo
knots.
32
So I mean the
Quebec
wind is just
Whiskey 1.
variable,
Go
so
around.
we'll be
Make
fine.
left traffic runway 08
Alright, we're a
left.
little low. 45 is what I want now. We're just a little bit off to the right side of the center line.
November 721
We'll try
Charlie
to correct
Yankee.
for that.
Contact Ontario ground on 121.9.
We got pretty good speed
Going
right now.
around. Echo Romeo 32 Quebec Whiskey 1. Contacting Ontario ground on 121.9er. November 721 Charlie Yankee.
300.
Ontario Tower. Echo Romeo 32 Quebec Whiskey 1 is 2 nautical miles
we're
to
still a
the
little
west
low
of 1,500 feet.
as far as the glide
Inbound
slope.
for landing. Requesting runway
And we're
08
good,
left.
but
100.
here we come.
50. 40. 30.
Alright, turn speed off. Come on. Who the heck is that?
20.
Oh,
10.
little rudder. There we go. We're down. Just on the left side, I mean the right side of the, go away. Go away. On the right side of the line, but we did make it. Good things we didn't over G or anything crazy like that. We'll exit the runway when able. No, he didn't tell us anything, but we'll exit right here. I'll hit the brakes.
Number 2. Traffic to follow is on final. Virgin 1803 is on final runway 08 left. Virgin
Go.
1803. Roger. Year 116. When able turn left. Contact ground on the taxiway. Wilco. Blue 116. Tango Papa India Lima Oscar Tango Super.
Alright, we'll just stop on the other side of this close short line,
on the taxiway.
and then we'll see if
Tango
ground is
Papa
online, we'll
India
contact
Lima
ground.
Oscar Tango Super.
Flaps up, spoilers up. Yep, ground is online. We'll go ahead and request taxi to parking.
Holding position. November 721 Charlie Yankee. Ontario.
And we also don't need
116.
strobes or landing lights
taxi to
anymore.
parking. Tango Papa India Lima Oscar Tango Super. Request permission to cross runway 08 left.
Looks like T-Pilot is on the ground. Good landing.
Blue 116.
I have
Taxi to parking.
landing the
Taxi
F-16
into
for me
parking.
has
Blue 116.
this has not been going well. Alright, we got a clear taxi to parking, and we'll just go right ahead of us. We're not going to make a long taxi or anything like that.
Short of runway 08 left. Tango Papa India Lima Oscar Tango Super.
Alright, so what we're going to do, welcome to Ontario. What we're going to do is we're going to exit out of here,
Contact Ontario Tower
and
on
we'll come right back to
120.
Ontario. We'll make a flight
Contacting
to
Ontario Tower on 120.
either Palm Springs or San Diego. I'll have to look at the map and see which one is better. I like to fly into Palm Springs because I feel like it's a little bit less busy and people tend to follow directions in Palm Springs versus San Diego. Alright, so we're in the flight. Actually, I should have not ended the flight so I can look at the map. But okay, whatever. We're gonna be out in Ontario anyways. And we're gonna change to noon. Hit okay. Let's take a look at what we made. $85 out of 100. Made $1,368,000 on that flight. Passengers were relaxed by the music on the ground, but yeah, we're gonna turn right off because that gets annoying after a while. Passenger satisfaction was good. Passengers on board 152. Duration 36 minutes. We'll hit save and looks good to me. Alright, so like I said, for the airline, right now we only own an A321 and the 787. There's lots of aircraft in here. Every single aircraft that's in Infinite Flight is available in here. But we only own right now is the 787 and the A321. A321 I got first because one, it has approach mode. So like when there's bad visibility and bad weather, I wanted to still be able to get a good rating so that I could turn on approach mode when I needed it. Hey guys, let me know if the stream is still working because it says it's not. Hold on, let me check. But like I was saying, and so we got the 787 because not only do I like the 787, and also I own the 787 at Infinite Flight, but also you get a really good amount of passengers on board. Like we have 198 economy, 35 business, 31 business first class. So that's why I chose that one. All right, so but I'm thinking of getting like the 777. I mean, we got $133 million. That's a lot of freaking money. We can get any plane we want now. Look at that. We can get the 777 if I keep tapping. So yeah, if you keep tapping on the name of the plane, you keep getting different used prices. So like if I keep pressing it long enough, we'll probably find a price like that we just saw, 76 million. You know, so looks like the lowest. So okay, 110, 106. You know what I mean? I looked at this earlier, and I'm pretty sure when I do buy, I'm probably gonna buy the LR version of the 777. And the reason why is because of the liveries that are available in Infinite Flight. There is also a cargo version, but that one is in the other section of the game. Anyways, that's what that is. So we're not gonna buy anything right now, but we do have money to buy something, and I will be buying something pretty soon. I'll probably make go through the Discord channel and discuss with everybody through Discord to find out what we should buy. So anyways, let's do our second flight. We'll select. Let's fly. We'll fly the A321 again. For today, we'll stick with the same plane. We'll turn off boarding music. We'll leave on the safety recording, and we'll use the American Airline safety video. Got 152 souls on board. Go back to Infinite Flight, and we'll go back one more time. I think I have to go to the home screen in order for it to sync up. Sometimes I have to close it out and close it back up, and close it out and close it up. Like I said, now it says lost connection, like it ever had connection. You're lying. All right, let's try this again. Alright, this will be my last flight for sure. For today. Or for now, for this stream. Alright, we'll start from Ontario parking. Nothing really in specific. We'll do parking gate 136. 1-36. And we'll do noon. Hit OK. We'll do Airbus A321. We'll switch to American version though. Because I like the winglets on the American version. Oh, so real quick, go back to aircraft. As you can see, I don't own all the aircraft. So I don't have all these Airbuses. I don't have all these other Airbuses. I don't have all these. So if we bought a 777, I would have to pay for a 777 for me to even fly it. If we bought a 747, I only have the default 747-400. And the same with the rest of these. So as you can see, whatever we buy, I'd have to really buy. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what everybody says in the Discord channel about which aircraft they want. So all right. So I'm gonna go back to KNUC. We'll probably fly to San Diego or something. Well, it looks like we're gonna have an escort. Alright, now that we've gotten back in here, the music should have stopped. Can we turn the music off? Let's see, I don't see, is our F-16 still here? He might have gotten out. Actually, the music didn't stop. Alright, where should we fly? We could fly to San Clementine. That would be a good flight. Looks like they do have ATC on it. Power. Should we do that? That's gonna be a longer flight though. I want to kind of keep it short. I want to do a short flight, not a long flight. We have ATC almost everywhere. Let's see, what runway is Palm Springs using? 350 using 31s. If I really want to do a short flight, I'm probably gonna have to fly to LAX. It's funny because at the beginning of this video I said I don't like flying LAX, and yet we might end up flying to LAX. But there is okay, so we have tower, approach, and sensor on. So it might be more organized, or maybe I get to prove to you how terrible it is. So you know what, we're gonna fly to LAX because, like I said, I need to do a short flight because I can't stay on too much longer. So flying to LAX, like I said, I wasn't going to before. We'll take off where we landed, or I don't even know. Is ATC still on? Yeah, we need to find out what runway they're going to give us. We're going to request pushback and see what they say.
116, ready for pushback.
Because ATC is going to choose the runway for us. Seatbelts on while we're waiting for ATC. It's all good, E-Train. Alright, 08 left. Sounds good. Alright, so we acknowledge that. What says 08 left is our takeoff runway. So we'll be taking off to the east. If you guys want to copy the flight plan, you can do that. We'll kind of just go out here and we'll just basically make like a right turn back to LAX for arrival. No, we know what we should do. We should go back to the Paradise VOR. Go back here. And then I think that, yeah. So we will land at 24 left. Hey, E-Train, thank you for joining us, man. It's all good that you're not able to fly with us. I know that, hey, I know you can't make every single flight, but, appreciate you just, tuning in and welcome aboard, man. Welcome back. Homework sucks. Homework does suck. You like fighters? That's good. See, I'm not too good of a jet fighter on Infinite Flight. I think that I'm pretty good on other things, like DCS World and X-Plane, but not on here. And also, I'm really good in GTA. Yeah, we'll land at 24 left. Alright, so he's telling us we need a freaking taxi. Because I actually pushed back, we didn't push back. Alright, so we'll land 2 for left.
Reunion 286.
We don't need that much runway though. We can use 2 for right if we like. But they may give us a different runway on the way in, so we may have to change that anyway. So we'll shoot for 2 for left, and if he gives us something else, we'll just change it. Hopefully he gives us a change of runways earlier than, sooner than later, because I hate when you're like on the ILS and then they give you a freaking change of runway, and I'm like, well, I'm already programmed to land here. Alright, so let's push back and safety video. I'll be back in a second.
Thank you for your attention. It's time to get you ready for takeoff.
Reunion 286.
We know you have lots of choices, so thanks for choosing American. We're happy to be your airline. Now if you'll just follow along with me, we'll be on our way. Welcome aboard. Before we depart, here are some important safety instructions. First things first, let's buckle those belts. Insert the metal end into the buckle and pull the strap to tight. To open, simply lift on the top of the buckle.
Taxi to parking.
And remember, seatbelts should be fastened whenever you're seated.
Alright,
Just in
and I
case
think we
of
already got
unexpected
clearance for
triggers.
taxi earlier.
To get us
So we'll
on
jump
our
ahead
way,
of this
make sure your
Emirates
seat is
flight
up, all
real
electronic
quick.
devices are put away, and your tray table is stowed. If you have a carry-on, push it all the way under the seat. in front
Go,
of
go,
you.
go, go, go.
Place it in
Holding
overhead.
position. Emirates 1543. Emirates
He stopped for us too. Thank you for being professional.
Please
He actually slowed down for us. Most people would just be like, well, we'll just race you. Basically like what I just did. They'll just race you to
US law
the intersection.
including electronic cigarettes
ridiculous.
at any time.
But today I just wanted to get ahead of him this one time. Usually I'll give way, and ATC didn't give us instructions to give way to anybody, so ATC should have been paying attention. But I know that they don't always
Close attention.
pay
and before you
attention.
know it, we'll be off.
You're welcome. Emirates 1543.
All exits on this airplane.
Yeah,
are
you can
clearly
take off
marked.
first, man.
Take a
That's
moment
fine.
to
That's
locate
completely
the
fine.
nearest one.
So you
Keep
can
in mind, it may be
where'd you
behind
go?
you.
Who is that? For Union 786. Who is this who just taxied onto my freaking jet? It's not okay. It's my jet. Well, it's not mine, but it's my. He's fine with me, so you need to leave him alone. So that's a perfect example of what I meant by people like just taxiing through you and
Except those over the wing.
racing you to the line. F-16 was clearly behind me, taxiing clearly behind me,
Is designed
and he decided to just jump on top of him.
A sign will indicate you have reached your exit.
Pushback approved. Battery 5483.
In the event of an evacuation, escape path lighting will appear. Follow the lights until you've reached your exit. Leave all carry-ons
Aero
behind.
chart,
Just head
aero
quickly
chart.
and
I think
safely
you
to
mentioned
the
that to
nearest
me
exit,
a
and
few
don't
streams
forget,
ago.
it
I
may
can't
be
remember.
behind you.
No, I have not been to the site yet.
Now, if the airplane loses pressure, oxygen masks will drop automatically. While remaining seated with your seatbelt fastened, hold
All right,
down
we're
on
gonna switch
the mask to extend the
to
tubing.
tower.
The yellow
And how much
plug
do you
goes
want
over
to
your
bet?
nose and mouth like so.
How much do you want to
Then
bet this
slip
guy's
the
gonna
band over your
pass
head
right
to
by
secure
me?
the mask to your face. The band adjusts
Oh,
automatically.
he didn't. Okay, cool.
Normal breathing will start the flow of oxygen. And remember to always put your own mask on first.
All right, so
before
I'm gonna let
helping others.
T-pilot ahead of us.
Life
so he can
vests
take
are
off first.
located either under or next to your seat. To remove the vest,
And then we'll
pull the
take off
tab
second.
or the carpet handle to break the seal. For help locating them, see your safety card.
Tango Papa
Remove the
Lima
vest from
Oscar
the
Tango
package like
Super.
this.
Request frequency change.
Put the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist. Attach the buckle
Ontario
and pull
Tower.
tight.
Tango
Once
Papa
outside,
India Lima
pull
Oscar
the tab
Tango
to inflate your
Super.
vest.
That's not hitting
Blow
me.
into the red tube on the side.
Talking about everybody else being unprofessional. I'm being pretty unprofessional myself.
Please, only inflate your vest outside the airplane.
Cleared for immediate
Now,
takeoff.
your seat cushion may be used as a flotation
Cleared for
device.
takeoff.
Just remove the lower cushion and put your
Tango
arms
Papa
through the
India
straps
Lima
that on the
Oscar
opposite
Tango
side.
Super.
The crew will now be coming around to do a final time check. After takeoff, we'll be back with more information. And if you need anything, don't
We got another F-15 on the ground. Or F-14 actually just spawned.
Because great
next to
is
us.
what we're going for.
A116. Line up and wait runway 08 left.
Oh, Gabriel, what's up, man? You're the 787. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. I was like, you were flying. You just jumped right in front of F-16. I was like, come on, man. let's be organized.
Line up and wait runway 08
All right, line up and wait.
left. Blue 116.
Runway 08 left. Usually once I get the line up and wait, I turn on my landing lights. I don't turn on the strobes just yet. Once he gives us the clear to take off, I'll turn on the strobes. Alright, so if you have just joined us, first of all, I want to say thank you. Definitely hit the big red button below us. And today we're flying in the A321 by American Airlines, call sign Blue 116. We're flying from Ontario to LAX, short flight. This will be our last flight of this stream. And now we are cleared to take off, runway 08 left. Let's get out of here, and we are
cleared for takeoff.
Repeat that back, brakes off, strobes on, and power up. And we're rolling. One thing I didn't do is set our altitudes. Alright, well, actually I'm gonna set it to 8,000.
Ontario Unicum, November Hotel 681.
V1 rotate.
08 left.
Positive climb, gear up.
Ontario Unicum, New Zealand 286 is taking off runway 08 left, remaining in the pattern.
I will set the autopilot in just a second. Alright. Heading set, altitude set, speed set. We'll go to about 230. We're climbing extremely fast. We'll go 5,000 feet per minute. Something like that. Flaps are still set to 2. We'll leave the flaps out just for a little bit while we climb up.
Aeroflot 52 is taking off runway 08 left, remaining in the pattern.
We'll adjust our heading to be straight to our first waypoint, which is about 9 miles ahead of us. We will request frequency change now. Oh wait, they're not even online anymore. Literally, that was the last aircraft that they allowed up. Alright, so we don't need the flaps up to 1.
New Zealand 286 is inbound.
We do have, okay, we no longer have a approach, so this is going to be interesting flying into LA with no ATC. At least at the moment it looks like there's no ATC. So we're going to make a right turn. We'll fly directly to that Paradise VOR now because we're pretty good. Activate. We'll check again once we get settled. Right turn, heading 189er. Actually, it's going to be 190 in the heading. Flaps are up. Landing lights are up. We'll stick it here at 8,000 feet. That'll work. We're not going very far. Keep it below 250 knots. Let's see who we got behind us. New Zealand 787 off of our right wing. We also got our escort right there, T-pilot. You know, I've thought about flying the jets a little bit more often to get better at them. Right now, I'm just enjoying flying the airliners, you know. And there's Ontario also off our right wing.
Ontario Unicum, November Hotel 681, taxiing to runway 08 left. Ontario Unicum, Emirates 666 Super is clear of all runways.
Probably should have made a slower turn, maybe at like 210 knots, maybe 200 knots. Sub 69 pilots, welcome back, man. Welcome back to another stream. We're on our last flight right now, flying to LAX. Just took off out of Ontario. It's gonna be a pretty short flight. Southwest flying right over us. Let's see if we can see him. Can't see him. There he is at 14,000 feet. It's all good, man. You don't have to follow us. Do your own thing, bro. Thank you for taking off with us out of Ontario. It is a short flight today. The first flight was about 30 minutes. This next flight is probably going to be like 20, 15, 20. Alright, make a little right turn to 277. And as we make that right turn, I'm going to go ahead and it's a short flight, so I'll make sure that we're briefed for the arrival. So let's take a look real quick and see if LAX has any ATC. It does have ATC. It has ground and tower on. So it looks like, judging by air traffic on the ground, we got somebody taking off at 07 left. This is even worse. Like, LAX should never have weather at 000 because people are just going to take off in every freaking direction. And I know a lot of people who don't live in the States, they don't know this, but LAX almost always lands on 24 right, 24 left, 25 right, 25 left. Almost no matter what the wind looks like. And usually because it's on the ocean, the way it is, the wind is basically almost always the same. And also there's like some kind of a restriction that I don't know if it's the government or something. I could be wrong. If you live in SoCal, you can definitely correct me on this. But I believe on the left side of the airport, on the west side of the airport, over by 06 right, 06 left, people, like the rich people, complained. Alright, the rich people complained that the aircraft were too loud and they didn't like the aircraft landing over their house. So they switched it to the other side, which is a little less, they're not as rich as them. So all the aircraft land on the 24s and 25s because the people on the left side complained at some point. So that's why at LAX almost always you'll always see planes landing on 24 right, 24 left. And I believe I can't remember if it's 25 right or if it's 24 right, but right next to that runway there's a In-N-Out Burger.
Ontario Unicum.
I took a really cool photo there one time
when I
went to LA.
Runway 08 left, remaining in the pattern.
So what's going on, Commander Star Chaser? It's all good that you can join, man. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking us out today. This is our last flight. It's been a pretty chill stream today, man. I got a few guys. I think we got T-Pilot with us today, and we got Gabriel, which is 787 in New Zealand. He's flying to San Clementine, but we're flying to LAX. So don't worry about it. My feelings are not hurt. Alright, so south side of the airport's pretty busy. I know that if I try landing at 25 right, if I try doing the ILS, for some reason the ILS doesn't line up like it's supposed to. Let's do 24 left. We'll land at 24 left like we said, and we'll see if we're close enough to tune in to them. Nope, can't too far away to contact them, so we won't. But we can do this. So 24 left is what I said. There it is. Cool. The cool thing about LAX is you can literally be at 10,000 feet and you can catch a localizer. It's pretty nuts. Alright, let's go down to about 6,000 now. Speed is not a factor. We're already under 240 knots, but we'll make sure that we watch that doesn't go up too much like it is right now. It is all good, E-Train. There will be more streams. Alright, we don't need the spoilers anymore. Turn them off. I understand, guys, that school just started. I think that's a F-14 flying over us right now. Yeah. You might want to watch him. So I don't know what he's up to. I don't trust these jets around here. So keep an eye on him, T-Pilot, just in case he tries something funny. He's in the F-14, but I'm pretty sure that F-16 can beat it. Dope, dope, dope. Alright, so E-Train asks a really good question. I want to explain it. So he says, how do I know when to say remaining in the pattern and when to say departing? You only need to say remaining in the pattern when you don't have a destination. Hold on, we're gonna make a turn real quick and then I'll continue about that.
Ontario Unicum.
Alright, 249 in the heading, there it is, and here comes the localizer.
Ontario Unicum.
So we actually might use it this time.
Is taking off runway 26 right, departing straight
I might not. I might use the localizer at first and then we'll get off of it when we get closer to the ground. We'll slow down to 220 though. Yeah, 220. Don't need flaps just yet. We'll turn the land lights on. And calibrate just in case something goes wrong, in case it goes into a stall or something crazy. We'll hit approach. There we go. And we're on ILS. Yeah, so the lab rats files is correct. So the only time you need to say remaining in the pattern, the only time you need to say that is when you do when you plan on doing what he said, touch and goes. So if you're gonna take off and you're gonna like fly around the airport and do touch and goes and stuff like that, that's the only time you need to say remaining in the pattern. Now a lot of people say it and they're not supposed to say it. When you say departing south, departing north, departing straight out, whatever, that's when you have a destination, like when you're taking off and you're not planning on coming back to that airport. Because the pattern is basically a rectangular shape that surrounds the airport, and every airport has its own pattern altitude also, which you'd have to look up on SkyVector or on the internet to find out exactly what their pattern altitude is. And do they have a left pattern or do they have a right pattern? Now I know this is more complicated stuff that some of you probably don't even care about, but it's just stuff, when it comes to trying to be realistic about it, there's a lot more that comes into play than just flying circles around the airport. There's actual altitudes that you're supposed to fly at certain airports to fly in the pattern. There's certain speeds, all kind of stuff. And sometimes you'll hear the air traffic, the tower. Sometimes you hear a tower say, okay, if you say, okay, departing runway 24, remaining in the pattern. The tower will say, clear for takeoff, runway 24, make right traffic. And that means you'll make a right traffic pattern for the pattern. So you'll take off and you make a right crosswind. Okay, we need to slow down. And then you'll make a right downwind, and then you'll make a right base. If he says make a left pattern, you make a left downwind and a left base. And a lot of times, the air traffic controller in infinite flight will decide when you slow down a lot, which one of those he wants you to do. Alright, we are 10 miles away from the airport. I do have the airport in sight.
Ontario Unicum.
We have another aircraft, Cliff Kendall. Looks like he's probably landing on 24 right in the 787, and we're landing at 24 left, so we should be okay there. We'll contact LAX Tower. We'll say we want to land on request specific runway 24 left.
Los Angeles Tower. Blue 116 is 8
we're good. We can go ahead and put the gear down. Flaps to 3.
Inbound for landing.
We're a little late.
Requesting runway
a little late on that.
Los Angeles Tower. November 1
Take a look outside.
Hotel is 3 nautical miles to the west at
T-Pilot is
1,000
right
feet.
there,
Inbound
literally.
for landing.
Bam,
Requesting
screenshot.
runway 07 right. Los Angeles Tower, Delta 282 heavy, ready for takeoff at runway 25 right, remaining in the pattern.
Hide some
Los
terrain,
Angeles
don't
Tower,
see it.
Delta Bravo Sierra is 9 nautical miles to the east at 1,000
Hey T-Pilot, can you
feet.
tell me something real quick? This
Inbound
is for my
landing.
knowledge, future
Requesting
knowledge.
runway 25 left.
What is
Los
the actual
Angeles
landing
Tower,
speed of an
American
F-16? Because that's where I
807,
always
ready for takeoff at
have
runway
issues.
25 left.
He
Departing
wants us to go
straight
slow
out.
as we can go. So
Los
140
Angeles
would probably be as
Tower,
slow as we can
Echo
go.
Kilo 609
Actually, we can probably get away with 135, 130, but I won't do 140. But yeah, what is the landing speed of F-16? Because that's one reason that I always crash. No spoilers, no
Runway
spoilers.
24 right. Clear to land.
Not crash, but I like
November
flip it
Oscar Papa
on landing or
Whiskey
land
41,
really hard because I don't know
ready
the
for
landing
takeoff
speed.
at runway 06 right. Departing straight out. Blue 116. Maintain slowest practical speed. Maintain slowest practical speed. Blue 116. Los Angeles Tower, Echo Kilo 609 heavy, ready for takeoff
Alright,
at
so
runway
we,
07 right, remaining in
quick
the
look
pattern.
outside. We're
Los Angeles Tower,
last plane. We're
November
number
7
2.
4 Alpha
F-16's ahead of
ready
us. He'll
for
be landing
takeoff
ahead of
at
us on
runway
24 left.
left.
Oh, it looks like
Departing
somebody
straight out.
crashed. Did you
Exit
see that?
06 heavy.
Oh my
Line
god,
up and wait,
on
runway
24 right, there's an airplane
Line up
spinning
and
in
wait, runway
circles.
25
He
right.
wrecked it on
Headed
the
at
landing.
06 heavy. November 7 4
1000.
Alpha Whiskey, cancel takeoff clearance, hold position. Los Angeles Tower, November
Don't worry,
4
we'll
5
land safely.
Kilo
We will not
Papa,
crash.
ready for takeoff at runway 25 left, departing south. Wilco, November 7 4 Alpha
Labrat
Whiskey,
File, sorry I took so long to answer this. Yes, sir. Actually, no, you're right. I'm sorry, I thought he was asking a question, but he was answering E-Train's question. Yeah. Basically, if you intend to do touch and goes at the current airport that you're taking off from is the only time you need to say departing, remaining in the pattern. Only time.
Lufthansa 958, ready for takeoff at runway 25 left, departing straight out.
Alright, flaps at the full.
Runway 25
We have
right.
basically no
Cleared
wind.
for immediate takeoff.
Looks like
Los
T-Pilot.
Angeles
I don't even
Tower,
see you anymore.
November
Where'd you go? I thought you were
603
landing ahead of
Echo
us.
Yankee, ready for takeoff
Did
at
he go? Oh,
runway
he's there
07
somewhere.
left,
Four.
departing
Go around.
south.
Where'd you go?
Charlie Oscar Whiskey Golf India
I hit the
Romeo
rudder on
Lima
accident.
Sierra, hold short of runway 25 left.
Let's get rid of
Holding
this.
short runway 25 left.
Alright,
Charlie
calibrate just in case
Oscar
it goes
Whiskey Golf
horribly
India Romeo
wrong.
Lima Sierra.
Somebody taking off of the
November
taxiway.
838 November
Yeah,
Oscar.
only at
Request
LAX.
frequency
Android
change.
Gamer, what's going on, bro?
EZ2297. Request
100.
frequency change. November 451 Kilo Papa.
50,
Runway 25 left.
30,
Cleared for immediate
20,
takeoff.
10.
Los Angeles Tower. November 8
Alright, and we're down.
November Bravo is 16
I completely
nautical
forgot
miles
that
to
I
the
said that
south
I
at
was gonna
5,000 feet.
land that one by
Inbound
hand,
for
and I
landing.
didn't. Oh well.
November
We're here.
351
We made it.
Foxtrot Golf.
We'll let it roll.
Turn left and
I'm not gonna use
contact
any
ground.
reversers.
Please expedite.
Let it roll.
Wilco, November 351 Foxtrot Golf.
Oh, brakes are on.
Thank you. Good day.
Well, it's gonna start
November
itself.
451 Kilo Papa. Line up and wait runway 25 left. Charlie Oscar Whiskey Golf India
we'll exit right here.
Lima Sierra. November
to the
603 Echo Yankee. Line up and wait runway 07 left.
Use some brakes so we don't
Los
get caught
Angeles
speeding on the
Tower.
taxiway under
November
35. There it is.
838
There it is.
November Oscar is 9 nautical miles to the south of 3,100 feet. Requesting transition. Line up and wait runway 07
Alright,
left.
we are
November
clear.
603
Runway
Echo
24 left.
Yankee.
We'll see if
November 7
ground is
Alpha
online.
Whiskey.
Ground is not
Line
online,
up and
so we'll
wait
go to
runway
Unicom
24
and
left.
say nothing
Los
because there's no
Angeles Tower.
way to say
November
taxi in the
913
parking lot
Kilo
Unicom.
Quebec.
So we'll
Ready for
park
takeoff at runway 25
over here,
right.
make a left turn
Departing
right here.
south. Delta Bravo
Flaps
Sierra,
up,
number 1. Runway
strobes off,
25
landing lights
left.
off.
Clear to land. Los Angeles Tower, Maple 1986. Ready for takeoff at runway 25 left.
Alright, so
Departing
as we
straight
taxi
out.
back to the
Charlie
gate, like I
Oscar
said, this is our
Whiskey
last
Golf India
flight.
Romeo Lima Sierra.
Last stop.
Runway 25 left.
Welcome to
Cleared for
Los
takeoff.
Angeles, California.
Los
The
Angeles
local
Tower,
time
Bridget
is
27 heavy.
7:19
Ready for takeoff at
a.m.
runway 24 left.
Want to say thank you to everybody who joined us today. Like I said, it was a pretty chill stream today. I also am just being chill myself because I don't know, I'm not tired, but it's Monday and it's morning and I still gotta work after this. So, but yeah, it was 2 good flights. We flew from Tijuana, Mexico to Ontario, and then from Ontario to Los Angeles, California. So it was a good flight. Thank you everyone who joined. Big shout out to T-Pilot for escorting us to Ontario and then from Ontario to LAX. Where the heck is parking? I don't see any parking, but we'll just park here. Shout out to Gabriel for taking off with us out of Ontario. He's in the 787, but he has a different destination of San Clementine. So hopefully everything goes well with him landing there. Also, another thank you to you guys. I know this happened just like 2, maybe 3 streams ago, but I wanted to thank you guys who've already subscribed to the channel for helping me get to 100 and above subscribers on this channel. Thank you for that. I also want to say shout out to E-Train, shout out to the Lab Rat Files, shout out to Commander Star Chaser, 69 Pilots, Freezy, Daniel Cross, Infinite Flight Streams, all you guys, thank you guys, Ryan738, thank you guys for joining us today on this flight. Had a lot of fun. We will do this again. I try to do a stream once a day, usually at about 12:30 Zulu. That is 8:30 Eastern, if you don't know, AM. And yeah, so I'm not sure. Never know. Definitely subscribe. I may do another stream later on today if I have the time to do it. We may do another stream with IFATS, depending on if they're on. You never know. I'm also training to do that, so that's another thing. Also, I'm gonna be playing some different games coming up soon. So if you only like the Infinite Flight stuff, then that's cool. Just come for the Infinite Flight stuff, and then you'll see when I'm still gonna be streaming Infinite Flight, but I will be playing some more games like F1 2017 on PlayStation. I'll be playing NASCAR Heat. I'll be playing Project Cars 2 when that comes out. When Global comes out, I'll be on that for sure. So can't wait for Global to come out. And what else? I think that's, oh yeah, GTA 5. I do still play that on PlayStation. So if you guys ever want to play any of those games with me, definitely come by the Discord channel and I can give you all the information there. That is in the description right now. So anyways, thank you again for another stream. I had a lot of fun. I will see you guys next time. It's Blue Games. And remember, always, you got 3 choices. Either you're going to give up, give in, or give it all you got. So let's see how that can apply to you in your life today. I want you to have a good day, a good week, and happy Monday. Until next time, I'll see you next time. Thank you again for joining me. Peace.